Hi everyone, it's Kamau. It's been quite a while since I did any videos on this channel. It's summer now, so I have some more time, and I'm definitely going to be uploading lots of videos. So as I started making a video yesterday about my weight, and in the middle of the video, my phone decided that there was no more storage. So the video was cut short. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play that video, that short clip, and then we're going to continue the thought that I was carrying, right? So I'm going to play that video. Actually, I have two short videos to play, and then we're going to talk. We're going to talk further.
Hi, it's been a long time since I did a video on this channel. But guess what? I want to show you something. Look at that. What do you think about that? You know, there's a popular saying. What's the popular saying? Is it, I'm not pregnant, I'm fat, or I'm not fat, I'm pregnant? One of them. Sorry. Which one, which one do you think applies here? Look at that. Is this I'm not fat, I'm pregnant, or I'm not pregnant, I'm fat? Well, my dears, I'm not pregnant, I'm fat. I'm fat, fat, fat. I've never been this fat in my life. Um, I've kind of come full circle to a realization, right? I started this health journey from I was about 13. That's when I decided that I was going to stop eating meat, and my entire family ate meat, right? So I was this little girl in this great big extended family who was refusing to eat meat and sometimes used to get slapped for not eating meat. And I was adamant. I have not eaten chicken, pork, curry goat, beef, none of those things since I was 13. The only meat I eat, and that's not a lot, is fish, right? And you would consider that a healthy diet, right? Because I don't eat meat except a little fish. But you know, the realization I've come to more and more, and I think I'm firmly at that realization now. This whole thing about vegetarianism is not much better. It's a little better, but not much better than eating meat if you're going to still be eating what I call junk, which would be processed foods, lots of sweets, soybeans, other beans, nuts. A lot of those things are still as detrimental, sometimes even more detrimental than eating the meat. I remember when I started on this vegetarian journey, there were a lot of vegetarians I saw who were overweight, who were getting diagnosed with cancer, who were having all of the health issues that everybody else was having. And the question was, how comes if the vegetarian diet is supposed to be um, this great, how is it that people are still getting cancer, still getting diabetes, still being overweight and still sluggish and still looking old and you know? And the fact is, once you are eating processed, even cooked food,
All right, so that's where the video ended. I'm gonna continue that thought, but I also want to include this other short clip. I think I did this clip several months ago. I was just looking at my gray hairs, right? And um, that was just, of course, you see the pen, the red pen that's always in my hair. Because when I'm at class, I have to be marking papers, and I always have a red pen in my hair. So I am going to be 50 years old next year. I'm thinking I should not have this much gray hair. I mean, I have a very stressful job, having to
don't
deal
pass the gate, don't go
with
down at the bridge. Mommy
having to
soon
deal
come.
with these kids. They're very stressful, and some of it might be genetic. Some people just start getting their gray hairs earlier than some. But I'm thinking I should not have this much gray hair. I'm feeling really unhealthy. I think this is the unhealthiest I've ever been in my life. I weighed the other day and it was 180, maybe 181, 82. And you're talking about somebody who, for much of my adult life, weighed like 110, 120. When I had my last child, I think I was about 34. Up to that time, I was weighing 120 pounds, and that's how it was. Um, and like I said, my diet has been pretty much what would be called a healthy diet, right? But I still eat a lot of carbs, a lot of bread, biscuits, pasta. I love pasta, and I realize when I eat a lot of pasta, it my tummy just bulges. When I eat a lot of bread and carbs, heavy carbs, it makes my stomach bulge, as you see on the video, right? Um, I eat a lot of fruits, lots of fruits. I fast a lot. I haven't fasted in a couple of months because really and truly, when I fast, um, this tummy that you're looking at here is not a big issue because I know I can easily get rid of it, but I'm just using it as a kind of leverage board to make the point that I'm making, right? I know for me personally, I don't consider it to be a major hurdle because I've fasted 40 days, 20 days, and this is something that would, most of this is water weight, to be honest with you. But it looks terrible. It just looks terrible. And for someone who is, for the most part, vegan, you definitely don't want to have this gut in front of you. It doesn't look good, and it doesn't speak well for the lifestyle that I'm living. Yesterday, when I was putting on my clothes, I took up this black skirt, right? And I put on my black skirt, and something fell and I bend down to pick up the skirt, and this is what happened. This is the back of the skirt. This is the zip at the back of the skirt, ripped to shreds. Okay, just from me bending down, and the butt and the hips, they couldn't manage. The butt and the hip, the skirt couldn't manage it. Ripped the skirt completely up to the top of the zip. This is where the zip ends, right? This is the split. So, I mean, you don't need any more rude awakening than that. No, I had already planned to start a food fast, a 4 week food fast on Monday. A friend of mine, I think probably two of my friends will come on it with me. But it's definitely a wake up call because I have to represent what I preach. I have to practice what I preach. And when I started this journey, I've always believed and always maintained that a raw food diet is the best and that's the way to go. Because when you're going to eat the the so-called vegan foods, the pasta, the bread, the fries, a lot of for me personally, I love soy products. I love soy milk. I love soy ice cream. I love the texturized vegetable protein stuff, the big franks and the veggie linkets. These things, they really are not healthy. And if you eat them, you are more than likely going to end up with the same kind of conditions as somebody who eats meat 3 times a day, right? So we really just have to be realistic and honest. And I think it's time that I really zero in on my ideal. I've had this ideal forever, wanting to just eat mainly raw foods, which would comprise majority of that would be fruits, right? And really limiting the processed, even though it's plant based, but it's processed. And sometimes when you look at these foods, they have like 20, 30, 40 ingredients in these vegan foods, highly processed. Some of them very questionable in terms of what is texturized vegetable protein. What exactly is that? And what are these things that you have to add to them for it to get back the same taste that you're yearning for, the taste that you're used to, the taste from your childhood days? You want to you want to eat the healthy thing, but it's like your mind is telling you want it to look and taste like the unhealthy thing. We don't have to do that, right? We don't have to do that. And I think my body is just such that these processed foods, if my body doesn't work well with these processed foods at all, I think my body is just saying to me, you know better, so you must do better. All right, so this is the highest I've been in terms of weight. I'm using this kind of like as a before and after thing because I want to be able to look back at this gut, look back at this, the gray hairs, which I'm hoping will return to their color, to their black color. That's what I'm expecting to happen. And we'll see. So I want to use this as a kind of comparison, weeks or months or even years down the line, to look back and say, okay, this is where I was, and this is where I now am, and this is what I did to achieve that, right? So, yeah, I am able to, I've always been able to just look at myself and even laugh at myself. I don't feel any way about it. And I always know what my ideal is and what I intend to achieve with that, right? So, yeah, I'm back. It's summer. Still, I have summer school, but I have some more time now to attend to Vibrant Authentic Living, and you'll be seeing. So, we're going to do back our lemon water in the morning videos and all those juicing videos, and you'll be seeing a lot more of me on the channel, at least for the summer, until my students demand my undivided attention again. All right. So if you see me on the road with this huge gut, I'm not pregnant. I'm just a fatty boom boom. Fat, 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 fat.